Chess. Learn how to play chess, its rules, and basic strategies to win the game. There are several ways to end the game of chess: by checkmate, with a draw, by resignation, by forfeit on time. The purpose of the game is to checkmate the opponent's king. This happens when the king is put into check and cannot get out of check. To start the game, set at first the chessboard. At the beginning of the game, the chessboard is laid out so that each player has the white or light color square in the bottom right hand side. The chess pieces are then arranged the same way each time. The second row or rank is filled with pawns. The rooks go in the corners, then knights, bishops, and finally the queen, who always goes on her own matching color: white queen on white and black queen on black, and the king on the remaining square. Second, move the chess pieces. Each of the six different kinds of pieces moves differently. Pieces cannot move through other pieces, though the knight can jump over other pieces and can never move onto the square with one of their own pieces. However, they can be moved to take the place of an opponent's piece, which is then captured. Pieces are generally moved into positions where they can capture other pieces by landing on the square and then replacing them. Defend their own pieces in case of capture, or control important squares in the game. The king is the most important piece, but is one of the weakest. The king can only move one square in any direction: up, down, to the sides, and diagonally. On the other hand, the queen is the most powerful piece. She can move in any one straight direction: forward, backward, sideways, or diagonally, as far as possible, as long as she does not move through any of her own pieces. The rook may move as far as it wants, but only forward, backward, and to the sides. Another one is the bishop. It may move as far as it wants, but only diagonally. Each bishop starts on one color, the light or dark, and must always stay on that color. Knights move in a very different way from other pieces, going two squares in one direction and then one more move at a 90-degree angle, just like the shape of a letter L. They are also the only pieces that can move over other pieces. Lastly, the pawns are unusual because they move and capture in different ways. They move forward but capture diagonally. Pawns can only move forward one square at a time, except for the very first move where they can move forward two squares. There are few special rules in the chess that may not seem logical at first. They were created to make the game more fun and interesting. Pawns have another special ability, that is that if a pawn reaches the other side of the board, it can become any of the chess piece, called promotion, excluding a king or pawn for that matter. A pawn must be promoted to a knight, bishop, rook, or queen. The last rule about pawns is called en passant, which is French for in passing. If a pawn moves out two squares of its first move and by doing so lands to the side of an opponent's pawn, effectively jumping past to the other pawn's ability to capture it, then the other pawn has the option of capturing the first pawn as it passes by. Another special rule is the castling. In order to more likely win the game, these are some basic strategies. First, protect your king. Second, don't give pieces away as possible. Third, control the center of the chessboard. Fourth, use all of your chess pieces. And fifth, improve through continuous practice.